all those couples who want to have or who want to become parents in 2026, what should they start doing right away now? Go in for Ayurveda, go in for homeopathy, go in for maybe chakra cleansing. Do these things also matter? And Anshula, do you mean to suggest that if you go in for acupuncture, it is just acupuncture that will lead you to fertility? Or is it a mix of acupuncture and allopathic IVF treatment? Anshula, what is the kind of diet one should follow when one is trying to have a conception through IVF? Like any other branch of medicine, even IVF has its failure and success rate. So it is not necessary that you go in for an IVF treatment and immediately in the first round of or the first cycle you will get results. But yes, if you go ahead and be confident and you take a second cycle or a third cycle, if it doesn't work in the first cycle, then you're sure to conceive. And with this, I wish all those couples who are looking forward to having a wonderful 2026 and who are looking forward to being parents in 2026 a very happy 2026. So today is like a dream come true. Everybody has always been asking me questions about infertility, IVF, and luckily I'm in Bombay today with my daughter, Dr. Anshula, who is an IVF doctor. So welcome to Jasveera's Talk Zone, Anshula. And I would definitely want to ask you one question for all those couples who want to have or who want to become parents in 2026. What should they start doing right away now?
Welcome to Bombay, Mama. It's a pleasure to have you, and making a podcast is, like you said, a dream come true. And answering your questions about couples who want to have a baby in the coming year and they want to begin now, how can you be prepared? I would advise that you should go ahead not blindly. Do an entire blood profile, blood workup, the essential tests. There is a list of it which I'll mention. You have to get them done. Your husband should be getting checked. For his sperm count, you should be getting an ultrasound done. That is your number one thing to do. After that, you focus on your diet, your lifestyle. Cut down on alcohol, smoking, too much of caffeine. People say, okay, cut down on caffeine, but nobody ever tells you how much is allowed. Around 200 milligrams of caffeine, 1 cup of coffee is allowed even after you get pregnant. you should be taking your prenatal vitamins, which are very important, like folic acid to prevent a neural tube defect in the child, which can be a lifelong issue, or take coenzyme Q10, which is very good for your ovaries and ovarian health, good quality embryos, good IVF babies. And I would tell all the couples to have a session of mental psychological counseling, to be together on the same boat. That goes a long way.
Very true, Anshula. I have always been hearing of this, that a mother's not only physical health but mental health is very important. Even before conception, after conception, and during the prenatal stages as well. Antenatal stages as well.
And I have a lot of couples coming in the clinic where the husband and wife are not on board with each other. Like one of the partners is more involved in the IVF process or the IUI or even having a child. And the couples who are on board together and support each other, they are able to get better results and be stronger in the treatment.
I so much understand this with you, Anshula, because everywhere, whenever we have spoken of children being conceived, whether it is prenatal or antenatal, it is very important to have mental peace, happiness. Of course, physical health is important. Actually, we've heard a lot about people talking about alternate medicine. People say, okay, if you are dreaming of conception, if you have been trying for a child, haven't had it so far, go in for Ayurveda, go in for homeopathy, go in for maybe chakra cleansing. Even people have gone to the extent of going in for long time meditation or even spiritual cleansing. Do these things also matter?
I'm very happy you asked me this question, because I have a lot of my patients coming up asking me that we are here at your clinic, we need to begin our treatment, we need to do IVF, but we have been on Ayurvedic treatment, we have been on homeopathic treatment. I'm an expert when it comes to modern medicine, allopathy. I would like to comment on the treatment which has evidence, which has been proven. The only alternate medicine which has been proven to date to improve your chance of getting a baby is acupuncture, which is a part of Chinese medicine, which we have been practicing in the clinic, advising our patients and seeing a good result. So that is one technique which has been beneficial. The others, the people doing it, people going through it have seen results. I have no knowledge of it. I wouldn't want to comment. We don't recommend. It's the patient's or the couple's choice. But a healthy lifestyle, meditation, spirituality goes a long way in life. Whether you are doing IVF or not, your call.
All the same. And Anshula, do you mean to suggest that if you go in for acupuncture, it is just acupuncture that will lead you to fertility? Or is it a mix of acupuncture and allopathic IVF treatment?
No. It's not only acupuncture will help you. It is a parallel supportive medicines. You can't get results only from acupuncture or only from Ayurvedic treatment or only from homeopathic treatment. We have had patients who have had minimal sperm count. We are not able to get any sperms. We call them azoospermia. When they take homeopathy, Ayurvedic treatment, we are able to see results. But to get a baby, they need to go through the process of IVF.
So this is just an assistance to the whole process, one may say. Anshula, what is the kind of diet one should follow when one is trying to have a conception through IVF?
Diet more for the female, because she is the one who will be taking all the injections, going through the hormonal shifts. So, and there is usually a question related to weight gain during IVF, whether we'll gain a lot of weight or we won't gain weight. When it comes to diet, I usually advise my patients to have a low carbohydrate, refined carbs, healthy fat, good amount of protein, and a lot of raw fruits and vegetables, because they'll give you the essential minerals in your diet. But no particular restriction or any kind of diet to be followed, like an intermittent fasting or a yo-yo diet or a keto diet. No. Have a balanced diet. You need everything in your food. You can't cut down a category of food or go on extreme diet. Of course, if you are overweight, your BMI is over 30, as a lady, you will have to follow a strict diet before you even think of getting pregnant. We like to bring the BMI below 25.
So that is one thing to watch for,
Correct.
the way you would suggest. That's a very good and vital thing to take care of, I guess, in any kind of. I know, Anshula, through your channel, I mean, you've got that very impressive channel, IVF with Anshula Minhas. But then, Anshula, I would like to repeat this question once again. When do couples who have been married and have tried having babies start thinking about IVF?
After being in practice for over 5 years and seeing a lot of couples, I feel there is no timeline. There are couples who would want to get married and have babies immediately. There are couples who like to wait. There are couples who never want to have a child, or they were thinking of not having a child, but after a certain age they think of having a child. So as an IVF specialist, I would tell you to have a normal, healthy lifestyle. And whenever you are prepared, just walk into the clinic. We'll do the workup and we'll begin your journey. We are gone are the days when we were forcing the couples to have a child, or tell a lady to get married early to have a child, or begin her family with the options of egg freezing and semen freezing and fertility preservation. It's endless.
Age is just a number now.
Age is a number.
It's just a number.
Yeah.
If you go to the IVF specialist, they'll tell you.
You
that.
are not time bound anymore.